much fabric. Okay. Okay. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully you can hear me, but I've been inspired, and so I am going to be making this. You can't tell what it is. It's going to be a trailer pincushion, like a camper shaped pincushion. So first thing I have to do is choose a fabric. This is my bag of fabrics. I think I have a few ideas of what I want to do, but I'm not totally sure. And I'm not sure what I have in here that I actually already had a plan for, but completely forgot the plan. But at some point in my life, I will remember my plan. And so I don't actually know what I can use. Scarlett, what's wrong? Hi. Did you really just cry at my door just to walk away? Okay. Right sides together, like that. So right side, you're gonna sew this to here, probably about 1/4 of an inch, going around like that. But for now, only do the bottom so it can open up like this, and that will tell us where our little wheel piece should be sewn. Okay, so once you've gotten this sewn, and make sure when you sew it, you line, like you have these facing each other, and you line the center. Wherever you have this on this one, you line it up with this one so they're even, and it will be easier to sew this going all the way around. When you go to sew the second wheel, make sure you have it placed vertically from this one so that they're in the same spot, and again just leaving like that little tiny space. And just so once all your little pieces are sewn on, you're now gonna go around and sew this all the way on, following the edges and keeping the 1/4 inch seam allowance. When you run out on this side, start on this side, or if you want to, you could have actually started at the end and sewn the end here and then gone around with it, just, you know, leaving the space so you know where to put the wheels. I'm horrible explaining, so I apologize, but it's okay because it's supposed to kind of look funky and fun and like patchwork, and even my stitches are weird, which is actually because the tension on my machine is broken and I don't want to fix it. So hopefully you are watching this entire video before you try to make this, because I've never made this before, which means I am literally learning as I'm making this video. So something that I just learned is, when you've sewn all of this, so I'm almost done this part going around, I just have to do this side, you need something to be open to turn it inside out and to stuff it. So if you already sewed all the way around, you can actually leave this part open, leave a gap, probably about 1/4 of an inch, not sewn, and then what you can do is use this as the hole to turn it inside out and then stuff it, and you can just sew it to a piece of this because there will be a lot extra. If you do just want to go all the way around and not bother with this, then just remember to leave a gap on one of the edges right here. Okay, also, I just realized that some of you, if you're like doing this beginner project, you probably don't know how to do the like curves, so I will show you how to do that. Sewing around a corner, which I'll show you on this side here, you're gonna want to, oh jeez, this is difficult. Oh, damn it. Okay, whatever. Alright. You can't say I'm not being real. Oh my god. Okay, so you have your corner right here, and you're gonna want to bring up your fabric around, keeping edge to edge. When you get to the corner, you're gonna try and like tuck it a little bit. You want to keep the edge to edge flat. Ugh. It's really hard to get the positioning, but once you got it, you should be fine. So there, you're gonna want it to be edge to edge, and you're gonna have kind of like a fold up here, and then when you bring it up, it's gonna be straight. You're gonna want to make sure you do not sew on any of the like little bumps and stuff in the folds, because then you will see it when you flip it. So you have to be very careful, go slow, take your time. But yeah, edge to edge. When you get to the corner, you're gonna wanna kind of fold up your fabric a little bit at the top here. Kind of imagine like picking it up and having it bend where it's going to sew on the edge, and that's where you're gonna sew. I made an oopsie, but it's okay because I can show you how to remove stitches. Well, pretty much what I did was I sewed the wrong thing, and I went a little farther than I was supposed to. So I should have stopped at the black line. That way when it's like done, I could use that as the hole to flip it all around like I was talking about before I made my oopsies. I was supposed to be sewing on this side and I wasn't. So now I need to rip the stitches from here all the way to this black line. I already reinforced the stitches by starting here, doing a lock stitch, and then doing a second layer until about here. That way when I remove these stitches, I don't have to worry about these ones coming undone. So now I will show you how to remove stitches. Alright, so what you're gonna want to do is get yourself something sharp with a tip, like a skinny tip, thin tip. Let me make sure I'm taking off the correct stitches. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you are going to find a stitch and you're gonna put the sharp end through it, kind of dig up and cut it. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can also flip it this way and just kind of pull the fabrics gently, but pull the fabrics until you see the stitches. And then you can just kind of cut. And here it is. So I cut off the long strip just to make it easier to sew later. They're side to side. So last step before flipping it inside out and then stuffing it will be to actually use scissors or bring back the little clippers, and all the corners you're gonna cut not up to the thread, but just like before the thread, probably right where my finger is, right where my finger stops. And you're gonna go just around the corners, and this is gonna make it so when we flip it inside out, the corners appear. Okay, so we've got our little cuts in all of the corners, top and bottom. And now it's time for the reveal. I'm so excited. Okay, this is difficult. It's always difficult, or at least for me it is. Just be gentle. Alright, very last step is, of course, to sew this shut. Now, in a perfect world, this would have been on the bottom, but I am making this up as I go, so I don't even care. It's cute. We're gonna do a stitch, which names I have forgotten.